In today's review, we are going to take a look at the newly launched cloud-based video editing software Veed.io, and we're going to discuss all sorts of different questions like, is it actually worth going for Veed, and is it actually better than alternatives like CapCut and so on. Now, one thing which I want to mention right away is that Veed.io actually recently enrolled a new feature called the Veed Magic Cut, which you can see right here, which I really like. So basically, as you can see right here, you can replace hours of editing with just one single click using AI. So they have this little graph right here. So if you, for example, are editing a 1 hour video, then you're going to save 3 hours and 2,400 clicks. Now, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but either way, you can really save a lot of time using this feature, because basically this will just automatically remove all of the ums and ahs in your videos, as well as all of the silences, so that all of the errors and misspellings and mispronunciations that you have actually made when recording are actually cut by default right away, which I really like. Now, basically with Veed, anyone can make a great video in seconds. Now, they do have a free plan as well as a paid plan. And by the way, if you want to support my channel for completely free, then you can use the link down below to sign up for Veed, and I'm going to get a small commission if you're going to do that for completely free. However, obviously no hard feelings if you don't do that. Now, as you can see, you will actually have a free plan on Veed. However, this will actually only allow you to export videos with a watermark, and this will also only grant you 30 minutes of subtitles as well as 1 GB of an upload limit. Now, as for the paid plans, I would actually recommend you to beforehand check out the free plan, and then if you actually like Veed and how it's working, then you can actually go for a paid plan. Now, as you can see right here, as for the basic plan, you can then remove the watermark, and you will also get full HD exports and so on. So either way, just get started with a free plan, because this is, in my opinion, the better way. So to get started, just click on start for free right here. And then you're going to be redirected to the Veed dashboard, where you can then get started creating a new project. So I will just upload a stock video that I've picked beforehand. And as you can see, now we are going to, sorry, my bad, so as you can see right here, now we actually see the Veed timeline, which is basically, it is similar to most of the video editing softwares that you most likely know, like CapCut or Premiere Pro. As you can see on the bottom right here, we have our timeline, and we can then add all sorts of different rows. And if we would want to, we could actually do the magic cut, which we've discussed beforehand. However, as this is just a stock video, this doesn't actually make sense. Now, Veed.io actually also offers all sorts of other great AI features, like you can, for example, use the clean audio function to actually remove all of the background noise. So if you, for example, are recording in a loud environment, then this can also help with improving the audio quality. You can also change the eye contact. So basically, if you are going to make a video where you're going to talk to the camera, then obviously most of the time your eyes should face the camera. However, with Veed, you can actually change this so that you can also look away from the camera, but then Veed is going to automatically change that so that you actually always face the camera, which is a feature which I actually really like, because like this you can actually read from your paper without the viewers knowing. Now, you can actually also remove all of your backgrounds using this AI feature. And if you have a green screen in place, then you can also do this. You can also basically set this up, and you can also remove all of the silences if you want. Now, basically, the Veed editor is pretty self-explanatory. If you want to cut all sorts of different things, then you can just use the split tool right here. So let's, for example, say that we want to maybe just delete this section right here. So to do that, we would just have to go to the beginning right here. We would have to split this. And then we would have to go to the end right here. And then we would have to, once again, split this and then delete the middle part. And now we can rearrange things so that this is actually cut out, as you can see right here. Now, we can also play around with this even more. So for example, we can change the speed right here. We can either just set a custom speed. So let's just say 1.8. And as you can see now, it is going to be quicker, or we can also use one of these default parameters right here. Now as for audio features, basically you will also have the audio fade in and fade out feature. And if you want to round your corners, you can also do that. However, as this is just my only video, this doesn't actually make sense, because as you can see, if I'm going to round the corners, it is actually going to be black in the background. So this is not something which I want to do. Now, to actually continue editing, we do have all of the different settings on the left right here. So if we would want to change the audio, then we could go to the audio settings right here, and we could then just either directly record a voiceover inside Veed.io, or we could also add some stock music from right here. So let me quickly just do that. I will quickly just use this plus sign to manually add my stock music, and as you can see, now it is going to be added by default, which is actually pretty neat. Now as for the other audio settings, you can actually also use text to speech. So if you, for example, want to say, let's say, thank you for watching the video, make sure to like and subscribe, then you can also do that. You will just have to click on generate right here. As you can see, we now got our text-to-speech added, and if we're now going to listen to the text-to-speech message, it is going to sound something like this.
Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.
And by the way, make sure to do that if you find this video helpful, and if you want to know more about similar kind of softwares like CapCut or Premiere Pro, then make sure to like and subscribe. Now, one thing that I want to highlight is the voiceover. So I think the text-to-speech feature is actually great on Veed, and definitely better than any other competitors out there. I think the only tool that can basically match this is going to be 11 Labs. However, 11 Labs is a tool that is primarily used to actually create AI text-to-speech. So I think this text-to-speech feature by Veed is actually great and does sound really natural in my opinion. Now, once again, if you want to, you can also change the speed of the voiceover right here. However, I will not actually do that. Now, to continue, we can actually also add our own custom subtitles to our video. So to get started, I will just click on automatically generate captions right here. So basically, you can automatically let Veed do all of the work for you, and you can transcribe your video automatically. However, one thing that I want to mention, as we've already discussed beforehand, as for the free plan, you are only going to get 30 minutes of subtitles. However, this is basically more than enough to get started with, in my opinion. So I will just click on automatically generate subtitles right here. Then you will have to select the language that is being spoken. As you can see, they have all sorts of different languages, but obviously this is going to be English in my case, and then just click on create subtitles. Now this is going to take a couple of seconds depending on how long your video actually is and how much text they have to transcribe. And as you can see on the timeline right now, we now got our subtitles added, which are going to look something like this.
Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.
I think this is actually great. Obviously, this isn't going to be 100% perfect all the time. However, this is actually super useful to get the basic idea and to then change and to then customize all of the words that Veed got wrong. However, generally, this does a pretty good job by default. Now, you can then also add another text right here. So basically, you will have all sorts of different templates, different text templates. You can also just use a plain headline text. So just add it right here, and you can then change all of the settings by double clicking on it, and you can then add all sorts of different effects like shadow or like an outline and so on. Now basically this is super self-explanatory, and also basically you can just play around with this and change this to your likings. Now as for elements, you will actually get tons of different elements that you can add to your page, like for example sound waves, and this is actually going to be
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Right now, this is just going to be a visualizer for the music that we've added beforehand. You can also add all sorts of other elements right here, for example a progress bar, some emojis, GIFs, and so on. Now you can also use all sorts of different templates that Veed is going to offer. Some of them are paid, however there are also a lot of great free ones which you can use, and you can actually also directly record within Veed. So you don't actually have to install any third-party app like OBS, for example. You can just use the record feature within Veed generate and to record all of your recordings. Now as for the transitions, if you want to, you can also add all sorts of different transitions. So if we're going to maybe add a transition to the cut that we've added beforehand, this is going to look something like this. So pretty neat in my opinion. Obviously you will once again get tons of different kind of features and different transitions that you can use. As for the filters, you can also play around with this if you want to. You can basically do some color grading if you want to using the filters. Now that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe.